Hello students. So in the last class we have discussed about the heat transfer, that is module 4 class 2. So we have discussed the composite wall and fin problem. So there is a small mistake in the previous problem, that is problem number 6. So in the fin, the force vector what I have specified in the last previous problem here is PHT infinity L by 6. This instead of 2 I have wrote 6, it's wrong. So it is PHT infinity L by 2. Okay, this you make a small correction. So now this is right. Okay, this is right, fine. Okay, so once we shall glance the formula what we have discussed in the last previous classes. So here you have a 1D heat conduction formula where Kc is equal to AKL, and heat conduction with free end convection. Here convection are of two types. One is free end convection and one more is perimetrical convection, that we shall discuss. That's what we have discussed in the earlier fin problem. So this is the only end convection. So for the end convection we have a force vector here, but here this is what perimetrical convection. So HPL by 6, where P is the perimeter. So here we are considering total perimeter of the fin. So the stiffness matrix for the convection heat transfer perimetrical fin is varies. Why? Because in the composite wall only the end surface, only at one particular node, either the initial load or final load, the convection is going to take place. Not in case of fins. So in case of fins what happens? The total surface area is exposed to the atmosphere, so there is a heat transfer throughout the surface. So that is the reason why the stiffness matrix for the convective convective heat transfer in case of fins is different. The same thing, the force vector is PHT infinity L by 2. It's not 6, it's 2. Fine. Okay, so next one more point you have to remember here is, so this today we are going to discuss this internal heat generation, force vector due to heat generation. So what is heat generation is nothing but what, example is our flask. If you if you have a tea flask, so if you pour the hot tea in a flask, what happens? The heat inside it's generated, means what, the heat is not lost, so heat is inside, it's there. So that what we call the heat generation. This is the force vector for the heat generation that we shall discuss today. Okay, we shall start with the previous problem because I made a little bit mistake in the force vector. The same fin, so metallic fin with the thermal conductivity. I am repeating this problem once again. So metallic fin with the thermal conductivity of 70 watt per centimeter degree Kelvin, 1 centimeter radius. So here I have a fin. So here I have a fin. So here the fin is what, circular fin. So here one end, the end where the 140 degrees Celsius the heat is transferred throughout the fin using conduction, and here I have an ambient temperature 20 degrees Celsius, and he has given the thermal expansion H is 5 watt per centimeter square degree Celsius. Now here what is the area? Pi r square, because it is a circular. So r, so he has given the diameter pi r square. Arrow perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r. So very first step is what, we have to model, we have to create a FE model. So means what, how many elements we have, how many nodes we have, that we need to create. So here we have a 2 elements and 3 nodes. So why I took 2 elements? Because there is only one element here, but in the given data he says that take 2 elements along the fin. So we have to consider a single fin into 2 elements and then we have to solve. So his intention is to find at the mid what is the temperature distribution. Okay, so at T2, so temperature T2 we need to know. Fine. Okay, so next next step is what, the element stiffness matrix for conduction. So conduction formula we know, Ka by L. So in this case I have divided into two parts, Kc1 and Kc2, both are same. So the matrices for the Kc1 and Kc2 remains same. So next, the global stiffness matrix due to heat conduction. So Kc is equal to Kc1 plus Kc2. So here the matrix addition already we have discussed. So you should be very careful with this matrix addition, because for the element 1, Kc1 will be having nodes 1 comma 2. Okay, for element 2 it will be 2 comma 3. So when I combine global, what happens? 1 2 3. So I have a 3 nodes. Okay, so this you should be very careful in matrix addition here. So you should be very careful in matrix addition. Okay, so only at this portion 43.98, here 21.99 and 21.99 both are added and remaining becomes 0. Okay, this is a global stiffness matrix for the conduction. Now convection is happening. How the convection is happening in this fin? Convection here it is not happening. And one more question, one more I want to explain here is, here we are considering the convection is happening only on the surfaces. Only on this. I am not considering the fin with free end convection. Here both are happening. Here along the perimeter convection is happening. At the same time there is a free end convection also. So because this free end is exposed to the ambient temperature, even that is also free end. But why we are not considering here free end is because the area at this particular portion is so small, that thickness of this is so small that so we are neglecting the free end convection. Okay, that also we shall discuss in the next coming problems. So in this case what I am doing, only peripheral heat convection is happening, no free end convection. It is not that it is not happening, it will be happening because of the thickness. Because of the thickness of the fin, we are neglecting the free end convection. Okay, so now peripheral convection is what? KH HPL by 6 2112, because this is a perimeter. P is the perimeter, H is the heat transfer coefficient, L is the length of the member, and if I substitute these values I'll get this matrix. Here also same thing, because the total single fin I am divided into two parts, so I'll get two matrices is same. Next, global stiffness matrix for the heat convection. Here heat convection is what? Perimeter heat convection. Okay, so of addition what I'll get a global stiffness matrix. So here also same thing is what? So here also I need to consider node 1, node 2 for the first element, node 2, node 3 for the second element. So final global I'll get node 1 to 3. Okay, fine. After this, what is the next step? We need to get the global stiffness matrix for the total fin. So till now we have considered the global stiffness matrix with conduction and with convection. Now both addition of convection and conduction and convection. So now I am going to add these two matrices. This is a regular matrix addition, Baba. Okay, it is regular matrix addition. It is not as if we have done for the global conduction, global convection. How we have added 1 2 1 2. No. Okay, for this case we should not add in that way. We need to add regular matrix addition. Okay, fine. Next, force vector due to fin convection. So here in the last problem what I have done, instead of 2 here I wrote it 6. Okay, instead of this 2 I wrote it 6. A small mistake had been made by me, so I am rectifying that. So here force vector due to fin is what? PH T infinity L by 2. So if I substitute these values I'll get a vector. So here also force vector both are same, because I am considering a single fin and I am dividing it into 2. So I'll get two elements as same thing. Now global force vector becomes what? So here global force vector, so it becomes these two I need to add 392.7 and 392.7. Finally I will going to get 785.4. Next is what? Equilibrium equation. So now the equilibrium equation is KT into F. This is a regular matrix. So now I have put this matrix. So this matrix is a global stiffness matrix, inclusion of conduction and convection. This is the nodal temperatures and this is the force vector. So after simplification, so before I simplify, I said the same thing. If I want to eliminate first row and first column, T1 is going to vanish. So okay, so I can't consider the first row, I can't consider third row, because 0 into T1 it is 0, again it vanishes there. So I need to consider the second row. Now if I consider second row and if I substitute this value, T1 value, in the second row, I'll got this value. And now I am going to substitute this in equation 1, replacing second row. So finally what I get, 2 by 2 matrix I am going to get. After eliminating and replacing, I will get 2 by 2 matrix. So by this what I got, the temperature is T2 is 49.53 degree Celsius and T3 is 33.15 degree Celsius. Okay Baba. So in this problem what corrections you have to make to the previous is what? Instead of 2 here you need, instead of 6 here you have to put 2. So in the last problem I have wrongly noted this value as 6. So this you have to make it 2. Fine. So next we shall move on. Yes. Now determine, now seventh problem. Determine the temperature distribution in the rectangular fin shown in figure. Neglect convection heat transfer and assume heat generated inside the fin as 500 watt per meter cube. In this given data, he is saying what? We have to neglect convection heat transfer. Means what? Surrounded by this, there is no heat transfer is taking place. What do you mean by there is no heat transfer taking place? It is nothing but there may be an insulation surrounded by it. Okay, so even there is a insulation, what happens inside the member? There will be heat is generated because there is a continuous 150 degrees Celsius heat is transferred here. So there is a heat generation within the member. How much heat is generated? He has given here 500 watt per meter cube. So here he has given a rectangular fin and we have the K value, length he has given, width, length and width and thickness he has given here. So here, so since no convection is happening, therefore convection formula KH is equal to 0. This becomes 0. Heat generation, I will call it as heat generation as Q dash is equal to 500 watt per meter square. T1, so here 150 degrees Celsius I have. So here in the given data, K value it is in Kelvin. Be careful here, K value is in meter Kelvin and heat generation is also in meter. So now I have to convert the degree Celsius into Kelvin. I have to add 273. I got 423 Kelvin. Okay, what is the length? Length is 0.06 meter. Let it be in meters. And what about the K value? K is 6000 watt per meter Kelvin. What is the area? Area of the rectangle into length into breadth. 0.04 into 0.02. I got what? 8 into 10 raised to 4 meter square. That is nothing but 0.00008 meter square. Okay. Now we shall start the problem. Very first basic thing is what? I have to draw the FE model here. So single element have two nodal temperatures T1 and T2. Okay. Here T1 is known, that is 140 degrees Celsius. T2 I need to find. Okay, the stiffness matrix of the heat conduction. So now what is the stiffness matrix here? Same value, KAL 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So I got 80 minus 80 minus 80 80. If I substitute the K value, area and length. So next, global stiffness matrix remains same as the element 1 because only one element I have. So now force vector due to heat generation. Here is the formula for the force vector. I have specified in the points to be remembered. That is the seventh point. F Q dash is equal to A Q dash L by 2 1 1. Okay, here I am substituting the area 8 into 10 raised to 4 into 500 into 0.06 divided by 2. Okay, finally I got the force vector due to heat generation is what? 12 into 10 raised to minus 3. So why we call it as a heat generation? Because there is no convection is happening, there is no heat transfer. What do you mean by there is no heat transfer? Surround the fin surrounding may be a insulation where there is no heat can pass through there. So there's a reason why what happens in the member or what happens inside the fin, there will be heat continuously generated. Okay, fine. Next, global force vector is same because I have only one element. The equilibrium equation is kt into f. K into t is equal to f. K I know 80 minus 80 minus 80 80. T is T1 T2 because I have only one element. So force vector is 12 into 10 raised to minus 3, 1 into 1. So here we need not consider first row, second row as we have done in the composite wall. So directly we can solve. So you are not supposed to solve the total equation in the calculator. You have to put only one equation. You have to consider only one equation, either first equation or secondary equation. Both are same here. So 80 T1 minus 80 T2 is equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 3. Since T1 is known 423 Kelvin, therefore T2 is also 423 Kelvin. So why I am getting here both are same T1 and T2 is reason is what? Because there is no heat transfer takes place. Whatever the heat entering, the same thing is remain within the fin. So there is no heat transfer, either a heat transfer or heat gain there. The constant temperature remains constant. It is 423 Kelvin. Okay, fine. So next we shall move on to the next problem. Same type of heat generation problem, but here he is going to specify. We shall see the given question. Determine the temperature distribution in 1D fin shown in figure. There is a heat generated uniform heat inside the wall of 500 watt per meter cube. So here, sorry, the diagram is now it is clear. So there is a wall here and fin is attached to that. Here observe carefully, the fin total it is insulated. The fin is total is insulated. Here I have fin. Can you see here? This is the fin. Whatever I have the mesh here, that is the insulator. So K is equal to 400 watt per meter degree Kelvin is the my fin. This is my member. Okay. So my length of the member is 0.09 meter. Here there is a wall continuously 80 degrees Celsius conduction is happening. So here this is this insulation. The mesh whatever I specified it is insulation. The diameter of my fin is what? 0.02 meter. Okay, fine. So here he has clearly specified in this problem it is an insulation. So in the previous problem he says that there is no heat heat transfer. So here meaning of both are same. Insulation and neglecting heat transfer is nothing but a insulation. Okay, so here neglecting heat transfer is nothing but a insulation. Okay, insulator. So in this problem he didn't say that neglect the heat transfer, but the condition is what? Insulator. So there is an insulator throughout the fin, so definitely there will be no heat convection. Okay, so here is a given data, heat generation value is given, temperature is given. Because here I will keep it in degree Celsius because the K value is in watt per meter degree Celsius. You should be very careful in the examination. You have to check K value, H value, whether it is in meters or centimeters or Kelvin or degree Celsius. Based on that, the given data you have to adjust according to the K value and H value, and you have to substitute. So here H value is not given because there is no heat transfer there. So K is equal to omega per meter degree Celsius. So here the given data I need to convert into meters and degree Celsius. If it is there as it is, you leave it. If it is not there, if it is in Kelvin or meters, you convert it. Okay, so T1 is what? 80 degree Celsius. Length here is given 0.09. K is given 400. Area is what? Here it is circular. It is circular pin. Diameter is given. D is equal to 0.02 meter. So pi r square. So I got this value. Since the fin is completely insulated, therefore convection matrix is KH is equal to 0. The same thing we have done in the previous problem when you neglect it. So neglecting heat transfer is nothing but insulation. Okay, so here there is a insulator. Okay, fine. So very basic stuff is what FE model. FE model is given by, okay, one single element, node 1 and node 2. So second is what, the elemental stiffness matrix for heat conduction. The same formula, Ka by L, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. I got 1.4 minus 1 1.4 minus 1.4 and 1.4. Okay, thus the global stiffness matrix. So here the global stiffness matrix and elemental stiffness matrix remain same because it is considered as a single element. Force vector due to heat generation. So here the force vector due to heat generation is given what, F q dash is equal to A q dash by A q dash L by 2. So here q dash is what, heat generation, area I know, L length I know. If I substitute the values, I'll get the force vector, okay, due to heat generation. So here the global force vector is also same as the force vector in the element, because it is considered a single element. So equilibrium equation is what, 1.4 minus 1.4 minus 1.4 and 1.4. So finally the temperature what I got, so T1 if I substitute 80 degrees Celsius, I got T2 is also 80 degrees Celsius. Why I am getting T2 80 degrees Celsius? Because in the given problem, when temperature 80 degrees Celsius is passing from the wall to the fin, because of this insulation what happens, the temperature is no loss. There is no loss in the temperature. The insulation meaning is what, it doesn't allow the heat to transfer, okay. So this 80 degrees Celsius remains constant throughout the member. That is the reason why you need to get T2 value as 80 degrees Celsius. So this is the common sense, Baba. So when you get T2 value is equal to 80 degree, something other than 80 degrees Celsius, so the solution what you have solved, maybe you made a mistake, okay. This is one hint where you can solve this problem, okay, fine. So in the next class we shall solve little bit different problem. So before that I need to explain. So in the next class what we are going to solve. So till now what we have solved, just we shall recall. So we have solved the composite walls and fins, fine. So in the composite walls we have considered, only the free end convection. What about the fin? Perimeter heat convection. So both are little bit different. In composite wall what happens, free end convection is happening only at the ends, means only at particular node. What about the fin? Fin is happening only at the perimeter, okay. So here that is the reason why stiffness matrix for the convection for the composite wall is different, fin is different. But in the next class we shall consider a problem where the fin, for the fin we are considering only the perimeter heat transfer, but we are not considering the free end convection. So in the next problem we shall discuss three things. One is convection, sorry, I'll write in the matrix form, convection with perimeter plus convection with free end, okay. So now in the next classes we shall discuss these three. Means till now we have discussed only these two, conduction and convection. Either convection is free end convection or peripheral. Now in the next class we shall consider three: convection in both the cases, perimeter and as well as free end convection. That we shall discuss in the next class, okay. So by this in the next class I am going to finish this module, okay. If you have any doubts, please raise your questions in the Google Classroom, okay. Thank you.